Well, thank you very much indeed. Thanks everyone indeed, yeah, and welcome to The One Show with, of course, my favourite partner, Alex Jones.
That's more like it. And Matt, the mover and shaker baker. Do they really call you that?
In some circles, yeah.
And as you may have already gathered, tonight's guests are the legendary Jayne and Christopher Dean. Well, you've just finished a very intense 12 weeks on Dancing on Ice, and you're about to embark on the tour. Gosh, how do you do it all?
Well, the tour starts on the 9th of April, so we had to go straight into rehearsals and keep going.
Yeah. I want to know where you got those outfits from, though.
I know Dave brought them in, I don't know.
They looked a bit dodgy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, anyway, like many young couples, Prince William and Kate Middleton are up to their eyes in wedding preparations, but at least they've booked the band who are going to be playing at their big day.
Yes, and they've also agreed to strike up a tune for our visiting ice skating royalty. They are, of course, the band of the Welsh Guards.
We'll be getting the flavour of what Kate and William will be hearing on the 29th, a little bit later on.
All those guards are serving soldiers who've seen action in places like Afghanistan and Iraq. But it's our involvement in Libya which is dominating the headlines at the moment.
RAF warplanes have been launching missiles on Libyan targets as part of the operation against Colonel Gaddafi's forces.
But what would it be like to fly one of those planes? Well, Joe Crowley looks at the controversial role bomber pilots have played in conflicts over the past 60 years.
There in the film that your dad was in the Navy, he's a gunner, was he?
He was, actually. He was patrolling the channel, and he was a gunner. So, you know, he had to protect the people on his ship.
Yeah. And what was his take on that then? Because, you know, obviously firing and what have you.
He said he didn't really think about it. It was like self-preservation, and you know, if he didn't fire, they would fire at them. So it was a job, and yeah.
Absolutely. Nice fun.
And you went in the forces, Chris. But you were a man in uniform. We have the photographic evidence here.
Look at that.
There he is.
I don't know who's the most surprised at this point. You're that lady.
You didn't know we had this, did you?
No, I did not. No, that was a flashback. That's many moons ago. That was back in the late 70s, I think.
You weren't dressed in that, lady, were you?
No, I think doing my job as directing the public. Yeah.
Well,
over there to the left.
Well, I tell you what, one place that you're very good at directing people to are these streets that you have named after you both. I mean,
absolutely, yeah. No, that was
an
estate in Nottingham.
Yeah.
Just after the Olympics, that they named all these streets and closes and places that we'd never heard of.
Well, they look very tidy, don't they? It looks as if the residents there take care of their patch, so to speak.
It certainly does.
See, it's a dead end there at Torville Heights.
Well, listen up, because John Sargent has been to visit an estate in Essex whose residents could have lost their home if they had had an overgrowth. How much do gardens matter to you, Jayne?
I love looking at the garden, but mine at the moment is kind of dug up. It's
is it?
under construction, I think.
Right, okay.
Chris, how about yours?
My garden's frozen over at the moment.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect for skiing.
It's an ice rink.
Colorado. The lovely Christine Walkton is here. Hello, Christine.
Hi, nice to be back.
Now, why is it, if we are a nation of gardeners, why are there always old bits of rubbish? In every garden you get, you know, tyres, bits of old cars, and always, if you notice, there are always bits of bathrooms. There's always a toilet and always a sink.
Because people are flush with success with it all. Two people in this world, two types. You've got the person that doesn't actually care about how the front looks, and then you've got the person that actually has a sense of pride, and that's the big issue. You are never ever going to get somebody really engaging with that front garden if they're not interested. The key thing is for the neighbours to gang up on them, get a great pot full of plants.
I can tell you what, Christine, gang up on them now. Straight down camera 4. This is your
folks,
chance.
Get out there with all your spare cuttings, all your seedlings, go around, gang on them, and dig up the gardens and make them garden properly, and have a sense of terrific pride and beauty in the surroundings. And the whole atmosphere then calms down and it becomes very beautiful and peaceful, and people take a pride. It's dead easy.
But having said that, what's your front garden like then?
My front garden actually is a car park, because that's how it was when I bought it. But my back garden, now then you're into something very special.
Oh. Now you've brought a little plant along, haven't you? This is a perfect garden.
It is. For anybody that doesn't know anything about gardening, That is a plant that you can bung in your garden, plant it, water it, and then leave it alone. You don't need to do anything else with it. Literally, it will look after itself, it's drought tolerant, it will grow to about another 6 or 7 inches, it will spread to a foot, it flowers with nice little yellow flowers in a couple of weeks' time. It will then change colour through the season and look gloriously red tinged in the autumn. It will then sit there over the winter and do it again next year.
Okay, that's very nice, very nice.
Could you plant that in a garden in Colorado?
You could in fact actually, yes.
There you
There are
I got lots of those, but I think they call them weeds where I come from.
All right. Nice,
the only way you don't want it.
I tell you what, we've got some extraordinary pictures here of remarkable hedges. Okay, now this is a peacock in a garden in Somerset.
Very nice.
Look at that. It's an extraordinary tale.
But check this out. This is a Christmas pudding in a garden in Yeovil in Somerset. Now then.
Look at that. Gorgeous. Please meet Geraldine the giraffe in a garden in Ashford in Kent. It's a bit of a sad story actually this, because a little while ago Geraldine's head was chopped off by vandals.
Terrible people out there.
The head was found 4 miles from the body.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Anyway, okay, thank you very much, Christine.
Great pleasure.
Now, according to the headlines today, supermarket discounts are at an all-time high, with everyone tightening their belts. Oh,
She's gone to plant already. Sit down. He's so keen to get in the front garden.
is that right, Christine? We'll start that again. Now then, according to the headlines today, supermarket discounts are at an all-time high, with everyone tightening their belts has become a necessity to shop.
Lovely. Now then, you calm down, I'll do the rest of it. If one retailer tells you that it is cheaper than everyone else, the chances are that you will probably believe them.
Yes.
Horrible. Oh, you want to carry on?
Warwick O'Brien found out so-called price matching schemes are not always what they seem. So which one of you is best with money? Yeah?
Expensive, well.
Don't shop around.
Yeah. First thing you did when you came in was compare shoes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There we
shoes
go.
are important.
Yeah. Anyway, you've been on our screens for the last, it's about a quarter of a year, isn't it? 3 months.
Yeah, no, 12 weeks with the Dancing on Ice. Yeah, no, it was a great series, I think, this year. It was really exciting.
And more popular than ever, so magical moments for you? What were they?
Wearing the Jimmy Choos in the final. Just kidding. I think one of the things that I'll always remember is working with Johnson.
Yeah.
The fact that where he started, and he'd had so many injuries when he was in the army, and he couldn't barely move. And during the course of the weeks that he was in until the semi-final, he learned how to skate, but also I think it was good for him. It was very therapeutic and also he had some numbness still in his legs. So from a physical and a mental point of view, it was really very good for him.
Yeah.
First highlights for you?
I think the final was a big highlight because we had leaders that have been at the top of the leaderboard, and they've already also been in the skate-off. And so nobody knew who was going to win. It was really on the night who was going to be the best performer on the night.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing. And they're all coming on tour with us.
Yeah. So yeah, your tour starts on the 9th of April. You've come down from Sheffield today for us.
Yeah,
that's
we're
where
in
you kick
rehearsals
off.
up there. Yeah, no, all those finalists and Johnson, they're all coming on tour. So now's a chance for them to let the hair down a little bit more. There is a competition every night, but it's more fun for them. They get to do the same number week in, week out, so they're getting better at it. And it's a great time.
But do you have to lug the ice rink around with you then?
Some of the arenas already have ice in, but there are 1 or 2 where we have to take the
We all
floor.
come with the glass ice.
Yeah, stamp it down.
But I mean, you two are probably most famous for dancing the bolero wonderfully. But after Matt and Dave's attempts earlier, we thought we'd have to show how it's done properly. So here we are.
Such a wonderful moment, that, isn't it? Yeah, still very emotional for the pair of you, yeah?
Yeah, when we see that, we don't often look at it, to tell you the truth, because it's a memory in our head. But when we do catch glimpses of it, it's still really special to us.
Another memory must have been the reaction that you got when you came back. I mean, we've got a shot of you here in Nottingham. And it looks like a scene from the royal wedding.
It does.
I think when we were there, all consumed by the competition, you're not aware of what's happening back home, and it wasn't until we came home a few weeks after that we had this parade and we saw all these people, a sea of people. It was amazing.
One quick question. I mean, it's amazing the level that you're still, you know, performing at every week.
You know, we're enjoying what we're doing right now. This is all a bonus for us, and that we've discovered that we really love what we're doing. And when you get to go to work and enjoy what you're doing each day, it doesn't matter how hard it is, but you get the enjoyment from it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps us
You
going.
in shape as well.
Now, Jane, Matt keeps going on and on about Strictly, what he was wearing, la la la. So we want you to decide who looks better in Lycra, our Matt or Chris. So,
You know
What
what?
do you think?
My costume's way older, so
I quite like the gold, though.
Wins there.
You win in the fashion stakes then.
Okay.
We'll leave it there. Well, I'll tell you what, we've already heard about the streets that have been named after you. This is a bit of an odd question, but have you ever had a goat named after you?
I don't think
We've had sheep, boats and roses.
roses and fuchsias and
No goats yet.
Goats,
Right.
right.
Well, rightly or wrongly, goats have had a bit of a bad boy reputation for chewing through things they shouldn't.
But in Cheddar Gorge, it's a very different story. As Kate Bevan, the plant that Christy walked and showed us earlier on in the studio was Euphorbia frosted flim. I'm sure those little goats
Very
are
nice
getting
it was.
jobs around that. Yeah.
Yes, now in just over 4 weeks, Kate Middleton will marry her prince and officially become, well, we don't know yet, do we? Because the Queen hasn't quite decided a title.
Now, I think our invitations have been lost in the post somewhere.
Well,
but,
speak for yourself, Matt.
but these guys behind us will definitely be there. They're the band of the Welsh Guards, and they've been asked to play before the couple at Buckingham Palace.
Did the Welsh Guards play to your wedding, Jane?
no.
Do you remember what you had your first dance to?
No.
So long ago.
There wasn't
That memorable.
There wasn't one.
Yeah, super. Well, they've also produced a CD as well, which
Yes,
is...
it's called the Royal Tribute. Yes.
Okay, that is it for tonight. So, playing us out are the Welsh Guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we
On
go.
we
It's
go.
Emperor Fidelis. We'll see you tomorrow.
Run! Quick! March!
Thank you.